The Woodwind concert is one of NMMU's annual events that is taking place at the South Campus Auditorium, put together by music students to present their musical pieces in front of an audience in order to obtain a mark. With me now is Mr. Eric Albertine, the HOD of the music department. He has quite a few things to say about the Woodwind concert, so let's see what he has to say. So, Mr. Albertine, how long did it take you to arrange this Woodwind concert?
What we do is we arrange a variety of concerts at the beginning of the year. So the planning starts in January, and then we set the times for each studio, and the Woodwinds were obviously part of one studio, and then they all know a couple of months in advance already that they have to play at this date.
Mr. Albertine, what would you say, what role did you play in putting the whole concert together?
In this instance, it's mainly logistical, the planning that I mentioned earlier, at the beginning of the year, and also to make sure that the venue is available, and that the lights are on, and that the actual invitations go out and notification of the concert. But further than that, the responsible lecturer for teaching woodwinds, there are two of them. There's one for clarinets and saxophones, and there's one for the flutes and recorders. They're actually responsible for putting the concert on.
How does participating in the concert benefit the students?
Any music graduate has to have some performing skills. Otherwise, we can't award them a B Muzz or a Dip Muzz. So this is very much part of what they have to do. For instance, they have to play a practical exam at the end of each semester, and of that mark, 30% counts for their class mark and 70% counts for the exam mark. So it's very much on the spot. And sometimes that doesn't come naturally. You have to actually train to do that. And these lunch hours are actually part of that training, on the spot training. You get one chance and you have to be able to pull it off.
Mr. Albertine, what type of students qualify to be in the Woodwind concert?
Because it's a public concert, we obviously try and get the best students to perform on these lunch hour concerts. And then the rest of the students also get a chance later on to perform on stage as well, even though they're not the best.
Now is Jason Julius, a second year music student at NMMU that also participated in the Woodwind concert. So Jason, how long did you have to practice to participate in the Woodwind concert?
Yeah, we would practice for about, well, we started 2 months before the concert, and we practiced twice a week for 2 hours. We'd get together in the practice rooms, and also we'd come in some weekends right before the concert just to finish up, to polish some of the final stages of the pieces.
Mr. Albertine, when can we expect the next lunch hour concert?
We have a lunch hour concert every Wednesday afternoon. Since the Woodwind concert, we've had a Jazz Voices concert yesterday, and next week we have a piano studio concert, and after that there are 2 weeks left, and the one will be a jazz trio concert, and then the last concert will be a composers concert, and that's where students present their own compositions and other students will obviously play them. So, and that will be it for the year, and after that we still have a prestige concert, which is an evening event on the 31st of October.
Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Albertine.
It's a pleasure.
And that's all from me and Mr. Albertine.